What's up, guys? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. So it's been a while. Sorry I haven't created any videos lately. Busy is not an excuse, but I've been distracted. That's the excuse. Been distracted, but I'm back and I want to give you guys a minimum of 2 videos per week, and we're starting now. So let's get straight into this video. I want to talk about how to get ripped without losing muscle. So I get a lot of people come to me and they say, no, I want to get in shape, but I really don't want to lose muscle. In the past, some people, they go through fat loss phases, but they lose a ton of muscle as well because they haven't got the right strategy, or they're doing things that are basically going to burn muscle as well as body fat. That's basically losing weight, where we need to burn body fat while retaining muscle. So first off, we want to make sure that your protein intake is high. So I always go for around 1 gram per pound of body weight. If you've got quite a bit of weight to lose, then 0.8 would be enough. Some people go for lean body mass, but just to keep it simple, 1 gram per pound of body weight, and this should be sufficient to help retain muscle on a cut, as long as you've got these other factors that I'm going to talk about as well. So second off, your training program. This is vital. You'll see a lot of people in the gyms, they're trying to lose weight and they're just doing cardio, which, you know, if your goal isn't to retain muscle, then that's fine. But if you really want to keep that hard-earned muscle, then you need to have a good strength training program that you're consistent with. And what I mean by that is, if you're just jumping on different exercises, lifting weights without any plan to follow, then you're not going to keep that strength up. And if you're not tracking or logging your lifts, it's very easy to feel weaker when the calories start to drop as the weight starts to drop. So you really want to focus on progressing your lifts. Now, initially, when you start this fat loss phase, you will be strong, but you will lose a little bit of strength as the cut goes on. Your goal is to try to keep that strength as high as possible all the way through, and this is going to help retain that muscle. So it's extremely important to track that training so you're keeping that strength up to keep that hard-earned muscle. What built the muscle will retain the muscle, so remember that. Then we really need to remember that if you're losing body fat extremely fast, then it's probably not just body fat. You'll be losing a little bit of muscle as well if it's extreme. So the longer the fat loss phase, the better. That's going to ensure that you're keeping that muscle. So I would say anything more than 2 pounds a week is quite aggressive. This would depend on your starting point as well. So if you've got quite a bit of body fat and you're losing 3-4 pounds at the start, that's totally fine. But if you're losing more than 2 pounds a week consistently, then you could be eating into muscle tissue. So everyone's different, but I like to keep it around 1 to 2 pounds per week, just to be on the safe side, so you can retain as much muscle as possible. And then we can look at the calories that you're consuming. So if you start this fat loss phase on extremely low calories, then you will lose muscle. Now, obviously, if you need to get into that calorie deficit and the calories are low, then you know you haven't built up that calorie ceiling in the off season, or you know, when you was trying to build muscle. So again, that's different to everyone, but ideally you want to keep those calories as high as possible and still lose body weight, or body fat, should I say. And then that goes the same with cardio. So if you're doing a lot of cardio right off the bat, then chances are you're going to be losing a little bit of muscle because you're burning out, you're using all the tools straight away. So the best thing to do is just ideally drop your calories a little bit, maybe up your expenditure a little bit, see how it goes, and then tweak it as you go along, rather than just, right, I'm going to slash my calories in half and then I'm going to do tons of cardio. That is the surefire way to lose muscle as well as body fat. So keep those things in mind when you start your fat loss phase. If your goal is to have that physique, that muscular physique at the end, rather than just losing weight and looking skinny at the end, you know, because if you're watching this, you've probably got some muscle and you want to keep it. So if you've got those factors and you're doing those things, then chances are you will retain as much muscle and burn body fat. If you've got any questions about this topic at all, just comment below. I will be bringing you more videos, short and sweet like this, to the point. And if again there's any other things that you want me to talk about, just comment below. Remember to like and subscribe, because I will be giving you guys some consistent videos, and just make sure you stay tuned. You don't want to miss out. Speak to you guys soon. With